there's levels to this game, and I think Ilia is playing chess, and Olivera will be playing checkers. So Ilia Topuria.
Mic drop. What a banger fight we have.
Yeah, no, that's a banger. I'm excited for that fight. But
Guys, welcome back to a special episode for UFC 317 Fight Talk Priest. I'm freaking fired up.
Yes,
I don't know if I'm more fired up because we got Charles Oliveira taking on Ilia Topuria for the vacated lightweight championship, or we got a special guest in the house
do have a
today.
special guest. Please give me a warm welcome to Mr. Chiwiwis, Raul Rosas.
let's go.
No, appreciate you. Thank you for doing this and
appreciate you
coming
guys.
on the show for this. And I mean, International Fight Week, it's pretty stacked so far.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm excited for the whole card.
Me too. I can't
This
wait.
main card, though. This main card's the one that's getting me. So we are going to predict the entire main card with Chiwiwis himself, Raul Rosas. So, Raul, kicking things off with the opening fight in the main card. This fight's in your division, so I'm super curious to hear what you're saying about it. But you got Payton Tabo taking on Felipe Lima. Give me your thoughts on this fight.
My thoughts because I do watch the bantamweight division because these are potential matchups for me as well. I think I'll give it like 70-30 towards Jungle Boy, the Brazilian.
Felipe.
I think he's well-rounded, but I think this is also a big test for him because Tabo already got tested, you know? So they set the blueprint, the wrestling.
Yeah.
But I think the Brazilian guy's going to try to take him down. But also, I've seen previous people done it to Payton Tabo in the regional scene because I saw Payton Tabo in the regional scene. And somebody did it to him. But in the third round, he got tired, so Tabo just executed, you know? So I feel like as long as the Brazilian guy, like his cardio keeps up, he'll win the fight. But if not, I think Tabo is going to put him in trouble.
Ooh, I see it. This fight is super exciting because you do have Felipe Lima, who is, I believe this is only his third fight in the UFC against a guy who is well known and arguably becoming a superstar.
Yeah.
Until that last fight, and it shows you that like he's beatable, you know, like that fight in that wrestling kind of struggled, and I think I'm leaning towards Felipe in this fight. Dude's a monster. He's scary. He's new. He's hungry. But Payton's been in the lights before, and this is International Fight Week too, so there's a lot of pressure.
It's a big stage, but I think one of the things that people don't really talk about enough is like the mental side. You know, Payton Tabo was on this high. Oh, I'm a world beater. I can beat anyone. I'm gonna cruise through the top 15, and then he runs into a guy in Barcelos where he kind of got a little humbled a little bit in a sense to say. So I'm curious to see where like Payton's mind is coming into this fight.
Yeah, no, for sure. And also, like, for example, as long as also his last name is Lima, right?
Yeah,
Lima keeps himself composed because, like, I feel like fighting somebody like me, like Tabo, like somebody who's like coming up like a superstar. You're also like fighting the pressure, you know, like the lights, because Lima's coming from fighting in the Apex to now fighting in T-Mobile on the main card in a big pay-per-view. Against a big, Payton Tabo is still a big name, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
So, you know, as long as he
It'd be
keeps-
interesting. So you're rocking with Felipe?
I'm walking with Felipe.
Felipe?
I'm going with Felipe too.
We'll make that 3 in a row. I think Felipe is going to get it done. But it's going to be a tough fight. I don't think it's going to be an easy fight by any means.
And hopefully Raul gets the winner.
Ooh.
Not like that.
But it's time to go to the second fight on the main card. Super interesting fight. You got Joshua Van on short notice against the #1 ranked flyweight in Brandon Royval. Give me your thoughts on this fight. This is an interesting fight in the flyweight division.
Yeah, especially because Joshua Batten, I feel like, is coming with a lot of confidence, you know? He's coming off of winning, how many this year? 2?
Yeah, 2-0 already this
2,
year.
and he got the shot. So I do think Brandon Royval is more complete, though, you know? With the knees up the middle. I feel like it's going to be a striking war for sure. But I feel like Royval is a top 25er, so I feel like if he keeps his distance, and he's more complete on the feet, I feel like. He's just got to worry about Joshua Van's hands.
Absolutely.
But other than that, I'm going to have to go with Royval because of the experience of competing on the top 5, you know?
Yeah, and he just came off a war against Tatsuro, which was unreal. Went the full distance, 5 rounds. And Royval's Brandon Royval's trying to prove a point that he belongs, like he's next. He's been calling this shot. And he's got some up-and-coming guy who is really good, Joshua Van. And I agree with you. He's just got to keep the distance and watch out for the body shots against Josh Van.
Joshua Van rips the body.
Yeah.
And it's something special to see his boxing, too, in the flyweight division because you don't have someone that I think can stand with him. But in this fight, it's kind of similar to his Charles Johnson fight. I don't know if you saw that. That's the one that Joshua actually got caught because he was a lot longer. Granted, Joshua Van was up 2-0 in the fight before he got caught. But I still think like the length of Royval is going to be an issue.
Yeah, and then he throws good knees up the middle.
Good knees up the middle. I mean, his wrestling has gotten terrific since the Tatsuro fight, coming from the Pantoia fight. And I just think mentally, back to like the mental side, I think Royval's been in the biggest stages. He's fought for a world title. Joshua Van, been on some big cards. But is there that difference when you're going from, top 15 guys to fighting the number one contender?
Number one contender, yeah.
So it's interesting.
And I think winner might get a title shot if... being honest, I mean, I can see it. Van goes out there, takes out the number one contender, pretty much solidifies him as the number one contender, and sets up a fight between him or Pantoja. Ooh,
interesting.
I think Brandon Royval is going to win this fight.
Royval?
Yeah. I got
Royval too. Man, we're all the same today. Let's see if we can keep it going. But this is a very interesting fight, I think, in the lightweight division too. It's super cool because you got the flyweight championship, a good flyweight fight. You got a great lightweight championship fight, a great lightweight fight. And Beneil Dariush versus Renato Moicano. And for Moicano, it's crazy. He's gone from fighting Islam, now he's back down to fighing Dariush. So what do you think about this fight?
I think Moicano for sure. I just think because of the age. I don't know if Dariush, but I do think Dariush will put him in some trouble, some problems. And I wonder how Moicano's confidence is after getting finished by Makhachev, because he was coming in real confident, but Makhachev did break it a little bit,
Yeah, and quick too. Very quick. I saw a clip of him talking on his podcast. I don't know if he was joking or not. Like, I didn't watch the whole video, but he said that like Dariush is very tough and he doesn't think he can win. So that's like it's a question mark on the mental side of the game.
It is a question mark, and I feel like because before I would see him talking about like, I can't wait to get a title shot with Makhachev one day, this and that. I think I can beat him, and then he goes out there and gets smashed in like easy round one, So I feel like that's gonna mess with his confidence a little bit.
Yeah, and I feel like fighting's all I think it's 75% physical, and another 25% is mental. Absolutely. I mean, you got to battle yourself, you got to battle the weight cuts, the fans, all this criticism, but at the end of the day, I think Moicano should keep his head up because now he doesn't have to worry about Islam, with Islam going up to his new division at 170. But Beneil Dariush hasn't fought in 2 years. And I don't know, and he's obviously getting up in age a little bit, but stylistically, I think Moicano, if the Moicano that fought Benoit Saint Denis shows up and fights Beneil Dariush, I think it's Moicano all the way. But if you get a Dariush that's mad, that's hungry, and that's willing to be at the top, it's going to be a long night for Moicano. Yeah. So I think, but in all honesty, I think Moicano wins this fight.
You do?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going Dariush. I think he's going to do it. I think Dariush is up in age, but also I think with Moicano, you're kind of seeing that mental lapse of him. And I think in the wrestling department, it's pretty even, or even Beneil. Like, I think Dariush might have it because his fight with Gamrot, he stuffed those takedowns pretty easy. So I don't see like a fight where Moicano's going to be able to get Dariush down. And if he does, can he hold him down? And unleash that ground and pound that he did to Benoit Saint Denis, because Saint Denis is a great fighter, very well-rounded, but he's not the same caliber wrestler.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Moicano.
Yep.
I do feel like Dariush is better, but I think Moicano's going to maybe catch him,
You think? He's got heavy hands, man.
He's got heavy hands.
He hits hard.
But skill set-wise, I think Dariush would take a decision.
Oh, okay.
So
All right. We're 2-1 on that one. I'm the sole Dariush fan on this one, but it's time to go into our co-main event of the evening, a flyweight title between Kai Kara France and Aleandre Pantoia. I'm pretty excited for this fight, but who do you got? Who you rocking with, Raul?
I'm gonna have to go with Pantoia because of the wrestling. I feel like Kai's defense is not too bad right now that I think about it, but Pantoja's pressure is just like overwhelming. I feel like.
Yeah, I will agree. Pantoja's like that wrestling and just it overwhelms you. I mean, and they're fighting for the belt, just someone constantly shooting in on you. And Pantoja's last fight looked absolutely unreal, and I think he's riding high on confidence. And I like Kai Kara-France, but I just don't think he has a skill set to match Pantoja because Pantoja is proving himself to be one of the best 125-pound fighters in the world.
Well, in his heart too.
Yeah, in his heart, and he's been in 5-round fights before, and he's never gave up. So
yeah, he's been in some wars. I mean, he had a war with Brandon Moreno. He had a war with Steve Verseg where he had to dig really, really deep, and I feel like we just haven't seen that with Kai Kara-France.
Yeah.
So it makes it hard to pick him. I think on the feet, it's a fight. You know, anything can happen on the feet, but I think once Pantoja settles into the fight, maybe in the second and the third round, he's really going to start to wear on Kai Kara-France because Kai Kara-France, he starts off fast. In his second fight with Brandon Moreno, he started off fast, but he got finished in the third round. So can he go the 5 hard rounds with Pantoja? I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I feel like the grappling for sure. If it gets to the ground, there's a big difference, you know,
Absolutely.
on the ground. So I just feel like I'm gonna go with Pantoja.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with and still Pantoja.
And still Pantoja. But it's time to go to the main event of the evening. I can't believe this fight is even happening still, but it is Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira for the vacated lightweight championship. I mean, what a banger fight we have.
Yeah, no, that's a banger. I'm excited for that fight. But Ilia Topuria for sure. I'm gonna go with Ilia.
Yeah.
Ilia.
What?
I think.
No.
I mean, Ilia is. I don't know how to explain this guy right now. Like, dude just walks the walk, talks the talk. I can't say it enough, but the dude has literally probably more confidence than what McGregor had in his prime. He's undefeated, coming off back-to-back knockouts against legends of the sport.
Right.
And you got a guy like Charles Oliveira who's already been the champion, and he's kind of, I want to say at the later stage of his career, but he's starting to get up there in age. This is his 34th professional fight. It's just going to be hard to beat the bull. I'm rocking with Ilia Topuria in this fight.
I don't understand. I don't know how people are so easy to pick Ilia. I mean, I get it. He hits like a truck. I mean, he knocked out Max Holloway. He knocked out Volkanovski. But he is going up 10 pounds, you know?
Yeah.
That may not seem like a big difference, but once you're rehydrating, like Charles Oliveira, he's big.
Yeah.
He's very big. And I'm curious to see on that standpoint, like Ilia, you're now going to fight bigger opponents. I still think he's going to be able to touch Charles Oliveira, but I think you're underestimating how hard Charles Oliveira hits too.
No, yeah. No, I thought, okay, so I thought about it. Ilia has fought at 155 in the UFC. He got dropped.
And he got dropped.
Yeah.
But that was a tough fight.
That guy was bigger than Charles, like physically wise, you know, not better, but physically wise. So size doesn't really concern me, you know.
Yeah.
Charles does hit hard, but we don't really see Ilia Topuria get connected a lot, you know.
Yeah, he's constantly moving his head every single time.
He's complete. Like I feel like he can give him some battles on the ground too.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know, just. I'm just
gut feeling.
Got a feeling that
how does he beat him? Do you think though? You think he finishes him?
Yeah, I'm gonna say knockout
really?
in the second. And the thing about Charles Oliveira, we've seen him like he's had good moments and bad moments. You know, he breaks sometimes, but sometimes he shows up. So it depends what Charles Oliveira shows up for this fight. But the thing about Ilia, like he said it himself, he always finds a way to win. You know, so
yeah, and that confidence is something. And Charles walks forward too. He's not like Max Holloway where he's constantly circling and changing stances. Like Oliveira walks you down with those push kicks. So, I mean, this is a tough one for me. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I think I'm gonna say Charles though. I think he's gonna get it done. Honestly, I don't think it's gonna be
I don't see it.
I don't think it's gonna be a domination by Charles like at all. I think he's gonna have to dig deep, and we might see like a good 5-round war. And I think he might get dropped a couple times, but I think Charles's will. I don't know if it matches Ilia. Ilia hasn't been tested like that, though. That's the hard part about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard because, like, he's almost been finished before in that 155-pound fight. But there's something that sticks out to me with Ilia, and I don't know if you've watched, like, some of the countdown scenes, but his coach and his team, it's just so solid, and they exactly predict the fight on how it's going to go. And if you have a great team around you, it's simple. And just like Ilia's brother is screaming, hey, calf kick. And then Ilia throws a calf kick and then Holloway switches stance and connects him with the right. So there's levels to this game. And I think Ilia is playing chess and Olivera will be playing checkers. So Ilia Topuria.
Mic drop. Mic drop on that one. But obviously, you guys are going Toporia. I'm going Charles Oliveira. Let us know in the comments who you guys got, man. This is a stacked international fight week card. If you're out here in Vegas, be sure to go to our boy Raul Rosas' meet and greets. Everything he's doing this week. Go follow him on Instagram. Let him know where they can find you at, Raul.
Raul Rosas Jr. on Instagram, Facebook, whatever social media else, and I'll be at the UFC X, so I'll see you guys there.
Chiwiwis!